should I play Doki Doki? Is my question. Actually, I should play that after 5 for reasons. But I don't know why, but I've been wanting to play like Doki Doki for a long time. And now that I'm drunk. Oh, Sam. Okay, that's one vote. One more vote and I will play Doki Doki. And I will do all the girl voices drunk. Sumimasen. But you know that I will. Alright, let me get it set up. Okay. What should be my name? And while you think about it, I'm gonna pour another happy juice. Oh, that's a good name. I like that. Okay. Here we go. Oh yeah, it's like the girl, right? What should be her voice? I think it should be like, "Hey!" I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend, since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on old days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again! But I caught up this time! Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Hey, you said it like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's me, Lolly lover. Oh, I'm many things. Come on, Tommy, you know I am. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have to be mean even if you want to. What? I mean, whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Lolly lover, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. Sayori's your least favorite, Tommy? Come on, look at her. She's so, she has a bow. You have to at least appreciate that. Alright, I won't fight that one though. Natsuki is top tier, alright? I haven't been looking either. That's not true! You told me you would join a club this year! Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while she's spending my free time on games and anime. I was talking about how I'm worried about that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises though.
Well, at least you promise you'll try a little.
Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that.
Yay!
Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind, at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pick up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs? Sayori wants me to check out some clubs.
Hello!
Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and I realize that I'm the only one in the classroom.
I thought I'd catch up with you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed.
You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late on your own club.
Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought,
Know what?
well, that you could come to my club.
Sayori?
Yeah?
There is no way I'm going to your club.
Mimi?
Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest in the one who postponed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club.
Come on, please.
Why do you care so much anyways?
Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Hehe.
Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay?
Yes, let's go.
And thus today makes the day. I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Gotta drink some water, hold on. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
Everyone, the new member is here. I told you don't call.
I told you, don't call me a new member. Eh? I glance around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Okay. Now, for Natsuki, okay? I have a lolly voice, prepped and ready, okay? I will now show it and display it for you, but if you guys want to change it, I will, okay? So here it is.
Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere.
Ah, Lolly Lover, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. Huh?
All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Whoa, dude.
What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it.
Sorry.
Natsuki.
The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made cupcakes according to Sayori.
You can just ignore her when she gets moody.
Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that.
Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people, like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you.
And it sounds like you already know Monica. Is that right?
That's right. It's great to see you again, lolly lover.
Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels like a little... You too, Monica.
Come sit down, Lolly Lover. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I mean them. I'll get them. Sorry, I get a little too excited. Then how about I make tea as well?
The girls have a few desks arranged from a torn table. To form a table. Jeez, I've been drinking. As I already mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. How do I do three voices when drunk? It's not easy, okay? Symphony-sama? Oh yeah, that totally nano machines, dude. Easy peasy. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to a corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still fleeing awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand.
Okay, you ready? Ta-da! Whoa!
Natsuki lifts the foil of the tray and reveals a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears.
So cute!
I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki.
Well, you know. Just hurry and take one.
Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow.
It's delicious!
Sayori talks with her mouth full, and I already managed to get icing on her face. I turned the cupcake around to my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. Oh yeah, Blakeware, totally $70, dude. You know it. I finally bite down. The icing is sweet, full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
What? Why are you thanking me? It's not like I
Haven't I heard this somewhere before?
made them for you or anything.
I thought you technically did. Sayori said...
Well, maybe. But not for you, you baka.
Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the club tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom?
Don't you worry, the teacher gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
I guess.
Hey, don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you.
That's not true.
Insulted, Yuri looks away.
I mean, you know.
I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea.
I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me.
So, what made you consider the literature club?
I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged into here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so...
That's okay, don't be embarrassed. Well, make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make sure the club is fun and exciting for everyone.
Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year?
Aha, well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity. And now, to prepare for the events, I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And it encourages the others to get into literature, that I am fulfilling that dream.
Monica is really good. It really is a great leader.
Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised. There aren't any more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club.
You couldn't put it that way. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like festival that much more important before we graduate. Right, everyone?
Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it.
Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Thanks, Tommy. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why we're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with her level of enthusiasm about literature.
So, Lily Lover, what kind of things do you like to read?
Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good answer for that. Manga? I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Nothing much of a reader, I see, I guess.
Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me.
I don't know if that's loud enough.
And seeing good stories in such a foreign world equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
But, you know, I like doing a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you off for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you.
I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well,
Natsuki's eyes start over to me for a split second.
Never mind.
That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called,
Don't say it out loud! And give that back!
Fine.
Your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are.
Sayori idles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands over her shoulders.
I'm not cute.
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometimes?
No,
Natsuki averts her eyes.
you wouldn't like them.
Not very confident writer yet, right?
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing vulnerabilities and showing the very deepest reaches of your heart.
Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers.
Fred.
I guess it's the same for Yuri.
I wanted to read everyone's poems.
We all sit in silence for a moment. Wait, who cursed? Did I curse? Darn it. Oh no.
Okay. I have an idea, everyone.
Fred.
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll share the poem with each other. That way, everyone is even.
Yeah, let's do it.
Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Lolita?
Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on. Let me get back to it. Hold on. There's still one problem.
Eh? What's that?
Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I suddenly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes that are all different colors somehow.
But...
I'm sorry, I thought...
Lolly lover.
You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is a price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
Yes! I'm so happy!
Sherry warps around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment.
If you really came by just for cupcakes, I would be super pissed.
Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club.
That's... thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone, remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share.
Monica looks over at me once more.
Lolly lover, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Eh?
Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food.
Hey, Lolly lover, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well.
Yay!
With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of the circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Okay, so I guess I gotta pick Yuri. So she likes she likes scary stuff, right? So like vivacious. That's a Yuri thing, right? Yeah. Her. Oh, what? Oh, right. Okay. I don't think she'd like anger. Incongruent. Right. Bliss. Darn it. This is a Christian stream. Tell him, Tommy. Tell him how it is. Sir Bless. Portrait unrequited. Crimson or unrequited? Would it be lipstick? Crimson sounds like Yuri think. Yeah. What else? She's got the bigger one, so she would be bouncy, right? No, what? Darn it, what else? Infinite? Would it be infinite? Analysis. They would not think of analysis, I'm sure that. Unrestrained, uncontrollable. Uncontrollable would be like her, I'm sure. And pain would be her as well. So it has to be misery. No! What? Darn it. I'm too drunk. Scars. Scars? What? How? Horror. Okay. No, depression would be graveyard. Graveyard? Yes, okay. Sorry guys, I'm like drunk. Sticky? Breathe? Fickle? No. I don't know, it could be, because it's like a deep word. But it could be either of these two. These are two are fickle, right? Despise. I don't think these two would despise it. Well, I mean, breathe. Yes. Yes. Fear? No! Darn it. Massacre. Okay. Effulgent. Yeah, that was a hard word to say. Infallible. Right. Okay, I'm getting it. Passion? No, that could be either all of them. Incapable? That's imagination. Calm? Would it be calm? Calm. No, what? How? Lust. Okay, good. Frightening? Okay, good. Prayer, universe, wrath, puppy, pleasure, vanilla, desire. Desire was already her, I think. Dark. It has to be dark. What? Guys, I'm not good at this. I don't even know who I got.
Hi again, Lolly Lover. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Haha.
Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. 3 a.m. hype, let's go! Symphony! Oh jeez. Yeah, it is 3 a.m. for me, ain't it? Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Lolly Lover. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it.
Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. So you already told me you didn't even want to join the literature, join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you...
Oh, hold on. I'm messing up, whoever voices. Hold on.
Oh, I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps a manga collection in the room.
Natsuki finds herself between saying Monica and manga.
Manga's literature!
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her suite.
Don't worry, you guys. Lolly Lover always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy works without even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room.
How dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is so messy. It's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once.
Is that so?
You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous.
How come? You and Lolly can become good friends too.
Sayori,
Um,
as usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into.
oh, Yuri even brought you something today. You know.
Wait, Sayori? Me? Not really.
Don't be shy.
It's really nothing. What is it? No, never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. Alright, where was I? What do I do?
I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking.
I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what.
Is that so?
Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be.
Alright. Well, here.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted.
This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading so much? Oh darn, I skipped that one. I enthusiastically read the book.
Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from her reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Oh, crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. Anyone die yet? I don't know. We could all be dead, and I wouldn't know because I'm drunk. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. Fret. But that only makes her hide her face deeper into her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book that you gave to me, right? I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Oh, well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. I'll, I'll definitely start reading it sooner. I'm glad to hear that. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about, anyways? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol in the front of the cover. Alright, I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment expression. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was going to be a nice story. So dark. That dark turn came out of nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, lolly lover? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kind of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly you get thought you related to the protagonist. They're made out to be a naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with their balanced plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books, writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. That's, I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's all literature club after all. Oh, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Fred. Let me just get to the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Oh no. Everything's getting really drunk. Sorry. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slipped into the seat next to Yuri's. Oh, yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Oh, alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading company. It's as if I can feel a presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not particularly a bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Whoa! I'm getting a... Oh no. Sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? Oh, I do? I don't really mean to. Why did your hand go numb? The symphony? Are you okay? Do you need alcohol, dude? Sorry. Sorry. Here this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. Oh, I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Whoa, dude, I'm gonna get banned, dude. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead, I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. No. It's a different picture. I don't know if I can handle this. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn the page and Yuri slides under her thumb after it flips on her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. Oh no, I'm too drunk. This is not good. Oh, Tommy, no, why would you say that? This is a Christian stream. You can tell how drunk I am. And by how I have 1/4 of the bottle I was drinking left. Come on, don't say that, that's me. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page? Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. Yeah, I did. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know if I'll be able to keep up with her. Oh, that's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the last I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continued reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Sorry. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. But she's also second guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. Oh, I see. You remain silent for a moment. Sorry, I'm like super having a hard time reading. Anyways, what was I? But, Lily lover, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. Oh, that's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait. I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. Fred. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. Oh. What you saying all of a sudden? Fred.
Okay, everyone.
Fred.
I think it's about time we share today's poem with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long.
Oh. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought.
Is that right, Yuri? Yuri looked kind of down. I'm sorry we haven't been looking forward to this.
It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from her book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read it a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. Sorry again, I'm drunk. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip back into my bag.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yeah? My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with?
I can't wait.
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. Anyways, I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Is anyone still watching? If so, please pick who I should pick. But since we picked Yuri last time, I guess that makes sense, right? So let's pick Yuri. Yuri seems to be most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair.
Fred.
As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lightening. Exceptional! Eh? What was that? Yuri Sayori Markanaski. Oh, sweet. I picked the first one, Drunk, and I did it first try. I'm so good at this. Did I say anything that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. Oi, he's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Hey, Dots. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh. Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Fret. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of a new writer's. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick on writing styles separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is both their style and an expressiveness that are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. Yeah, Symphony, knowledge, okay? Knowledge. And alcohol, okay? It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thoughts, my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Oh darn it, hold on, give me a second, I gotta compose myself. Ghost under the light. What does that say? Turtles over my hair illuminate the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. I hope I got that, I really do, because I'm like not in a good spot. Fred, I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. I'm drunk, dude. Well, I just don't read. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was very descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing it, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Hoo-hoo. Actually, the story isn't about the ghost at all, Lolly Lover. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poems often express their own thoughts, feelings, and express experiences in their work. They usually do more than a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in a last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Eh? It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. Oh. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this. But in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Lolly Lover. Me too. Alright, who was next? Symphony picked, so it was Sayori. Okay, here we go, Sayori.
Fred, this is a good poem, Lolly Lover. Are you sure it's your first time?
Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time?
I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're a part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, Lolly Lover. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees a full picture on my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure that you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then.
Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
We'll see about that.
Dear sunshine, the way that you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to hold me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wait a day? Really, a rainy day?
Protect that smile. I will do so, okay?
I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I would sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast.
Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No. I was just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least it makes me feel a little bit better about my poem.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school.
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monica's the best.
Yeah.
But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I'll look forward to it. Okay, who's next? Let me see. Mark is next.
Hi, Lolly Lover. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Lolly Lover. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem.
Great job, Lolly Lover.
Jeez, it's getting so hard to read.
Great job, Lolly Lover. I was going to, in my head while I was reading it, it's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you.
It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort.
Ahaha, that's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know, that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism.
Oh wait, I guess we got Yuri. Sweet.
Unlike Sayori, who likes using more simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel.
God, this is so hard to read. It's like the hardest. So sorry. I've had like I almost finished my bottle of whatever alcohol I was drinking. I don't even remember. Anyways, okay.
Or letting them apply, analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though.
I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet.
And don't worry, you do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this though.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know.
I see. Well, let's get started then.
Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction it's speckled protrudes. A nosy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind like a film, left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scarred with a permanent copy of meaningless imagery. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking, where was I? I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in.
And that's it.
So, what do you think?
It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be very powerful. That was the inspiration behind this one. Ah! Well, I'm not sure I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about the deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll get it in a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today.
Bullet, I have no idea what you're talking about, but that sounds awesome because I'm drunk. I totally will do that when I'm done with this one. Okay? And I'm sure it won't lead to anything that's bad because it's you, okay? I 100% believe in you, mate, okay? Where was I?
Thanks for listening.
And last but not least is Natsuki.
Lolly lover, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home.
I hope that's not enough, okay? What? Harsh?
What, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid?
I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. Well, we all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it.
Painful to think about.
Painful to think about.
Frit. Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'd tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again.
Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess.
Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you'll probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it.
Wow, dude, that's so good. That's the best poem I've read tonight. I'm drunk, dude. I totally believe that's the best one. Let me take a drink of water so I can fully appreciate how good that was.
Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff.
How can I do that voice? It's not easy, dude. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's very hard. It hurts my voice a lot, and I can totally do it because I've had like a whole bottle of an alcohol I can't pronounce. So that's how.
So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts you more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up a rhyme in the end, but I made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, you know?
Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Oh, thank God. That voice was gonna kill me. Phew! I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. Oh, dude, you have no idea. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone's judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch of their expression and change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with his language?
Eh? Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively turns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Oh, thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
Oh, I know that.
I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but really I didn't come out nice at all.
Oh, this is so hard, dude.
Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. And Lolly Lover did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Lolly Lover liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up. Uh-oh.
Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what I... You're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Levi appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
Ma'am, this is so hard to do.
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Oh. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Lolly Lover started showing up. No, Notski.
Natsuki, that's a little,
This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting you guys.
Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there.
Lolly Lover. She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your phone self-completed for no reason? That meaning should jump out of the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Lolly Lover. Wait. There's no reason to have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and mean them most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Lolly Lover? Well...
How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me, right? Who should I pick? Pick for me some... Okay, the last thing that was said was Natsuki, so I want to pick Natsuki, okay? Yuri, you're really talented.
Oh, well...
But Natsuki has a point. I think that I racked my brain in an attempt to back myself up. I think that covering feelings with few words can be just as impressive as well. It lets the reader's imagination take over. And Natsuki's poem did a really good job of that.
Yeah, it did, didn't it? Uh-huh. Shows how much you know.
No, that's not. Natsuki, I think that's enough.
Me? But she was so mean to me.
Natsuki's voice whines. Oh god, I'm not feeling good. Look, what we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is really a personal thing. And sharing it can definitely be hard. It looks like we learned that today. Even small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. I glance over my shoulder. Sayori is nodding vigorously. Yeah, so you don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki.
Ah,
Natsuki's voice gets caught in a surprise.
Thanks for noticing.
She finally mutters that, barely audible. Yuri. Yuri looks at me dejectedly, with a face like that I can help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean everything she said, so you don't need to feel threatened either. Well, if you say so.
Hey! It's not like you need to apologize for me, lolly lover. Sheesh.
Natsuki takes a breath.
The thing about...
Natsuki glances around the room.
Would everyone stop staring at me?
Unsurprisingly, Natsuki has a harder time with it than she boasted. Jeez, this is really difficult. Sayori and Monica look away.
Anyway, the thing about your booze, I didn't mean it, okay? That's all.
Natsuki looks away, avoiding your eye contact with me.
Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri.
Sayori?
Fred, I'll go make some tea. I was just trying to help.
Oh god, I can't do voices anymore. This is very hard. I'm gonna actually lose my voice. Oh well. I'm sure she appreciated it, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder.
Well, now that we have passed that, everyone's read each other's poem, right? I hope that it was worthwhile for everyone. Especially you, Lalilaba. And to be honest, it's a nice change of pace from the lazing around we got a little too used to.
So my joining the club was responsible for ruining the atmosphere?
No, not at all, not at all. There's still time before we go home. So we'll all relax for a bit. Of course, besides chatting, we do a literature-related things in the club room. So maybe you can take in a chance to pick up a book or do some writing. After all, that's what the club is for.
I disagree, Monica.
Yeah, about what?
That's not the most important thing about the literature club. The most important thing is having fun.
Of course. Well, I guess that's why you're the vice president, Sayori.
Hehehe.
In the end, though, Monica's right. Being in the literature club probably means I can't spend all my time doing nothing. But in the end, I guess it's been worth it so far.
Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing your poems?
It was a lot of fun.
Well, I'd say it was worth it.
It was alright. Well, mostly.
Lalilava, how about you?
Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone.
Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you'll learn something from your friends as well. So your poems will turn out even better.
I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job in impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination.
Lolly lover, ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go.
Hee.
Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier.
What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often?
No. That's really the first time I've ever seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I just want your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you.
Phew. Lolly lover, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too.
That's...
Every day's gonna be so much fun.
It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, we'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah? Let's do this. My head is spinning so hard. Who do I pick? Please pick, chat, for me. Party it is. Sayori? What would Sayori like? She would like, she would like hurt, I think? No, would hurt be her? It'd be clumsy, right? Yeah, she'd like clumsy. She would like, melody. No, never mind. Heartbeat? Oh, Jesus. Color would be Natsuki, so it wouldn't be her. And melancholy would be her. Would be Yuri. Bliss, I feel like would be Yuri as well. Darn it, this is actually way more difficult. What? Oh my god. No. Darn it. Sunset. No. What did it be though? Okay, I got it. I actually got it. I'm amazing. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over at the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me.
Hi, Lolly lover.
Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today.
I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all.
I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always simple things with you anyways.
Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack?
No thanks.
That's not like you at all.
I have my reasons. Why don't you take a look at your purse, Sayori?
Why that all of a sudden?
No reason really. I just wanted to look at it. Wait, Symphony, no. Are we losing you, buddy? No. You've been a strong rock to this stream. It's very important to have you here. Almost as important as the severe amount of alcohol I have drank tonight. But if you must go, I do understand. I've gone dark places before, and this is pretty dark, I must say. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down, lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it! I can see right through you, Sayori.
That's not it. That's not fair. How did you even know?
It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have brought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves the one option.
I give up. Don't make me feel guilty.
If you ever feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Aha! Yuri suddenly giggles. Why would I say eh? It's so weird. Anyways, I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. Oh, I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book.
Yuri! Tell Oliver to let me borrow some money.
Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after putting a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Did I just... Oh, I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book.
I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you.
Dots. There's no way you could think that.
You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept that revolution.
Retribution.
That.
Still coming from you, Sayori. Or just... There's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me into the club before she even told me.
But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them.
Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori.
What? Yeah!
Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto her desk.
Ow! What was... A cookie?
Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around.
Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution.
Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked.
Oh, I was just gonna give it to you. But then I heard that you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy.
Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite.
So good.
Sayori suddenly clasps her hand over her mouth.
I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie.
Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie.
Ah! Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers.
I'm gonna stop it here. Just gonna save and quit. Yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep now because I'm too drunk. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye.